So again, we've got another very willing and able model. This is Stacy Adams, physical therapist, and she's been kind enough to help us. She's very okay with us knowing that she is pregnant and expecting in a matter of months here, and we're all very excited for her. She's also, I could tell you, been exercising quite aggressively in the gym, demonstrating exercise that I can't do. And I think this is an important point to note as well, as it wasn't that long ago that researchers and even those of us in medicine were saying, well, you shouldn't be working into the second or third trimester of pregnancy, and that's simply been shown that while we want to be careful and work with an OB and certainly work with people like therapists who are in the allied health model and be safe, that people can exercise and they can work and train right up until, for some of them, some of our patients go right up until the day before delivery. So while we know Stacy's been doing that, I think it's good to point out some things we wouldn't necessarily advocate for anyone who's expecting, but that because of the shape of what they built here, the resistance is, this is a platform we feel that lots of different body types, lots of different conditions get onto. Are you going to be precautious? Are you going to check with the other person's people on their health team? You bet, but I think this just shows it can be done. So Stacy, whenever you're ready, I want you to just have a seat and get comfortable and then just tell us how it feels. We'll just get in a double leg squat start position. Good. And again, while we know by no means want to represent that this is a prenatal exercise routine or anything about it, the thing is that we could say it can be done. People who are, second and third trimester can get on and off here. Again, the general things is probably for people expecting you want to have a little bit wider base to allow for the space for the baby. Maybe you'd have a little bit of hip external rotation as necessary. We're definitely going to advocate double leg exercises that don't create uneven shear forces across the pelvis. But that being said, is if you had a patient who wanted to be able to work their core and lower body, it can be done. Just show us a couple double leg exercises there, squatting. How's that feel?
Great.
Good.
Fine. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to give you a little more resistance, and we'll try a couple of others. Great.
That's good.
You sure about this? This can be on YouTube, and nothing really ever leaves YouTube as far as I know.
No, I'm fine with that.
Okay, great. So why don't we have you start in a quadruped position here? I'll give you a little more resistance just so you got something to pull against. We're going to demonstrate some of the other exercises you guys have already seen, but just to show that it could be done. And again, this is a platform that a lot of different people, and again, while it might be that Stacy's expecting currently, I think this makes a case for a lot of people, different body types, from a pretty big guy like me to anybody in any kind of condition. So Stacy, when you're ready, I want you to put your right foot on the platform. I want you to stabilize those core and draw on those abdominal muscles like you've been doing in your prenatal exercise class. And then I want you to just push out with your leg. Any trouble with that?
Nope.
Good. Now again, in this case, I'd proceed with some caution because we are loading. Go ahead and relax your leg. We are loading that, and there could be some shear force across the pelvis. I think in this case, because we've got both fixated and we're drawing the core, they could make a statement that it is a pretty good core exercise. We're doing pretty low level resistance, so we're not magnifying that shear force. Again, we're not showing it here, but if you needed to, for a lot of patients, you can put a shim under this side of the shuttle recovery to bring it to more horizontal or even perfectly horizontal, depending on the height of your shim. And then you can even work this thing if you wanted free of any resistance. So for a patient who didn't want to strength train or maybe had some precautions with that because of what point they are in their pregnancy, you could do things that would be working against very minimal or no resistance. So we're going to shoot one more exercise here with Stacy, and again, to review, she's in her third trimester, still feeling very good, and a very active PT in our clinic demonstrating exercise. But again, the idea is that if she can do it, this is a platform a lot of people can exercise on. A number of women, when they enter that third trimester, though, because of pressures related to the pregnancy on their abdomen and different blood vessels in there, are not able to tolerate, classic supine lying, or definitely not prone on stomach. We want to show that we could again work double leg resistance. It is a little bit modified, but for a lot of women lying on their side, well, this might not be exactly lined up. It's a way to exercise, so it could be done here too. So when you're ready, simply Stacy, just go ahead and hit a double leg squat. There is going to be a slight differentiation in the angulation, and again, you're going to want to go on what your patient's comfortable with. Just hit a couple of those for us, but it definitely can be done. Great. Any trouble with that?
Nope.
Great.